It's Tuesday, February the 15th, and today we're going to take a look ahead to the selections for Wednesday, February the 16th at Gulfstream, and we're going to take a look back at what happened over the weekend while I was in Ohio. So first, let's recap the weekend. On Thursday, the day that I arrived in Ohio, I had 4 selections on the card. Actually, I had 5, but one got scratched. In the first selection, I had Lily Rules, who was the overwhelming favorite, looked tons the best. She walked with it, paid $3.20. In the second race, it was on the turf. I had number 2, Plum Creek, who was first off the claim for Team Calabrese. Nick Canani winning over 35% of those races. 9-2, can you believe that? Walked with it, paid $11. Tempest Storm went off as the 4-5 favorite, finished second. And We Say We went off at 12-1 and was right there on the pace to the top of the stretch, but then faded to 7th. So on Thursday, I was 2 for 4, and I made a profit on the day. On Saturday, I had several selections at Gulfstream and a couple selections at Santa Anita. Not the best of days. In the first race, I had the 3-5 favorite, third. Second race, at 8-1, Bernie the Maestro looked good, third. Then I won with Furthest Land, the 2009 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile champion. He was on the turf today. Went off at 5-2, paid $7. I was back in the black, and then it just all fell apart. Fourth. 10 to win on Back Down, who looked tons the best in a maiden special weight. Second best at 3-1. Then I had Soaring Empire. The only horse that I was even mildly afraid of was Tackleberry, who beat me in the Sunshine Millions. Soaring Empire was like 62 lengths behind into the turn. Who's stalking the pace? Tackleberry. Oh my God, went off at 4-1. Soaring Empire flying late, missed by a half length. Tackleberry again, paid $10. Then at Santa Anita, I had Tapazar, who looked just much the best in the Robert Lewis, one of the first 3-year-old stakes races. Went out to the lead. You could tell the rider was fighting him the whole way. Set a 22:45 pace, going 9 furlongs, nothing left in the stretch. Then I had Comet to the Top, who'd scratched out of the Robert Lewis to run in the El Camino Real Derby up at Golden Gate. Much the best at 1-2. Stalked the pace, made the move to the turn, was asked the question at the top of the lane. No. Fourth. Then I had Chamberlain Bridge in the Rail Splitter Stakes. It was his first race since winning the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. He went off at a miserly 1-5 and won and paid $2.60. It's 2 short winners on the day. Not the best of the day at the races, but it was entertaining nonetheless. And hey, if you don't win one day, you're going to win the next. So let's take a look at the next day, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, February the 16th. I'll pass the first race. It's a maiden claimer with some drop down, some horses in and out of form. It's to me though that every runner in the race that's run before has faded through the stretch. I'll pass. In the second race, another maiden claimer going 5.5 furlongs, looks much the same except for number 7, On the Rail with Dad, which is a clever name. I like that name. He's the only horse in the field who has shown the ability to pass horses. He's done that twice in his last 2 races, and all 3 starts for him have been at a much higher price tag. So with the class drop and with the ability to pass horses, the others looking like they want to back up, I'll take On the Rail with Dad at 8-1 on the morning line, number 7. In the third race, it's a 9 furlong optional allowance claimer. Who wouldn't bet on Acting Happy, the 6-5 morning line favorite? She won her first start here at Gulfstream last year at 9 furlongs, which is just amazing. And she won again going 2 turns in an allowance non-winners of 1. Off of that, she went to the Black Eyed Susan at Pimlico and won at 10-1, and then went to back Grade 1 races. Twice she was third. It was in her last race, the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic at Churchill. I was there. Pressed the pace for a short amount and then faded dead last. And you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that was the first race against Elders and she didn't show much. She comes back today, and instead of going in Stakes Company, they put her in optional allowance claiming. 6-5 to start off. She's probably going to go off at even money or less. Really, the only horses she beat were maidens and non-winners of 1. I'm going to side with number 1, Sweet and Sour Nina. Only been in 1 stakes race, and that was the listed race, but she has had a start over the Gulfstream track. It was at a 1-turn mile. She was flying through the lane, just messed in a photo. I think if anybody's going to upset the favorite, I think it's going to be Sweet and Sour Nina. I look for Acting Happy to be right up there on the pace. When asked the question, in the stretch going 9 furlongs, I don't think she's got enough left. I think Sweet and Sour Nina runs her down at 3-1 on the morning line. Number 1, Sweet and Sour Nina in the third. Past the 4th and the 5th, I'll double the investment on number 9, Deputy Darling. It doesn't look like the pace is crystal clear, but it does look like there are at least 2, possibly 3 or 4 horses who will be on or near the lead, setting a legitimate pace, and this is on the turf, and Deputy Darling will be coming from out of it. This is a starter allowance and 2 races back in this same starter allowance company. She came from far back, won by Daylight, motored down, much the best. Off of that race, she went to the Grade 3 Swanee River over her head. She did rally late, made up some ground, still finished 9th. Today she drops back to the proper level. I think the 8-5 morning line is justified on number 9, Deputy Darling, in the 5th. In the 6th, number 1, Our Gypsy Gold, I'll double the investment. Seems an obvious choice. Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez, second off the layoff when running a dynamite second in a race that's already produced 2 next out winners. Are you kidding me? Could we even get 8-5 on this? I don't know. Does make me wonder, to tell you the truth, why did this horse, Pletcher, JR, 3-year-old, maiden special weight, Gulfstream, how'd that horse go off at 15-1 on the first time out? But looks to me like he's going to be the one today. So I will take number 1, Our Gypsy Gold, at 3-1, and I'll double the investment. I'll pass, no I won't. The 7th race is my next race. It's on the turf, a flat mile, claimers, non-winners of 2 lifetime. Number 9, Harken Up, is also the morning line favorite at 3-1, double the investment. 12 runners listed to start with 4 also eligible, 16 horses total. There's only one out of 16 that has not faced condition claimers. That horse would be, yes, you guessed it, number 9, Harken Up. He's 3-1 on the morning line. He has decent form. I think the fact that he's never seen non-winners of 2 lifetime, I think that's what makes him tougher today. If he runs any of those races he ran against Open Company when he's running mid-80s. He's got Julien Leparoux, should have the son of Empire Maker rolling late. I'll take number 9, Harken Up, double up, number 9 in the 7th race. The 8th race is also on the turf, going 9 furlongs allowance. The logical favorite in here looks to be REC. I was there the day REC broke his maiden at 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. Debut winner for Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez. 7-1. But there was another horse I thought looked much better that day, and I thought, you know, why is this horse going off at such a price? Maybe Pletcher is not so hot about this horse. But he won anyway, but he was really pushed hard to win that race. Even though the form looks like he won clearly, he had to run hard to win that race. Today's his 2nd start, his first time against winners, going an extra half furlong. There's other pace pressure. I think there are a lot of questions to be asked out of him. Number 5, Filmmaking, old traditional Gulfstream angle, turf, off the layoff. Belmont, all we need is Jerry Bailey to make the picture complete. But he's got Jose Lascano, who's winning 26% of the time at $2.05 for a $2 investment. Listed at 4-1 on the morning line. I liked his mom, and I will take number 5, Filmmaking, as I always used to like to watch Filmmaker's mom run in stakes races. She was a champion. And finally, in the 9th race, it is a 1-turn mile, Claiming. It's going to pass the race, didn't look like much to me until you look at number 2, Stage Deli. First off the claim for Team Calabrese, those guys, Frank Calabrese, Nick Canani, winning with 44% of their starters. Now to 27 starters, 23 of them have hit the board. What do those guys do down here? They know where to spot their horses. Well, today, Stage Deli goes first off the claim. That's over a 33% angle. Paco Lopez is riding today. He wins 54% of the time for these guys. I just don't think he can pass it up. And at 5-1, are you serious? Reminds me of that horse on Thursday, paid $11. So in the finale, I'll take number 2, Stage Deli. We'll come back on Friday, see how we did today, and take a look ahead to our big stakes day on Saturday. My mom's going to be out there with me, Brad, his girlfriend Lauren, probably even Kim. So we're going to have a whole family day out there.